So welcome back to another video on my channel. Now, I'm probably assuming that a lot of you guys who are watching this right now probably actually don't know who I am. So first things first, let me introduce myself. My name is Kai Bax and I run an online marketing agency called Bax Consulting, and we help e-commerce and info product brands add an extra 1 to 5 million per year to their bottom line. That is what I do. Now, what I actually started to do, I think my very first video was like March 20th, like 2019 or something like that. But what I did is I posted my very first video on YouTube, and I started to do kind of YouTube videos on the side, really just talking about what I was doing in my main business, which is my agency. I was going through, different ways that I was getting clients, different ways that I, go about delivering on the service, going about different ways I was actually running the agency operationally. And it's something that I've kept doing over the past, as I say, I think my very first video was March 20th, I believe I seen before 2019. But I would honestly say that I started to take YouTube a little bit more seriously, I'm being more consistent with it, I would say back in November of last year. So a little bit over a year ago at this point. And in this video, I want to go through kind of the growth of the channel and also how much I make from my channel. Now, look, I understand if you look at my name, you see my subscribers, you see I'm only at 3K, which first things first, I really do appreciate everybody who subscribed. Recently crossed the 3K mark at the point of recording this. So, I'm very, very thankful for that, but also in comparison to, other people out there with 1 million, 2 million, 4 million subscribers and whatnot, it's tiny. But as I mentioned, I want to do this video and show you right now how much I currently make from YouTube ad revenue. I think a lot of you are going to be very, very surprised. So for those of you who don't know, in order to get, at least now, it was a new thing that did come into play. It wasn't always like this, but now one of the newer features of YouTube that's come into play is that you need to get 4,000 watch hours on your channel, and you need to get 1,000, or you need to have 1,000 subscribers in order to apply for YouTube monetization. And so as you can actually see here on the screen, I posted my very first video March 10th, 2019, apologies. March 10th, 2019, you can see this is views. Kicked off nice and strong, 79 views. And really, you can kind of see how I was inconsistent, right? This is what I was saying. Launched my first video around March 10th. And then, during basically the entire year of 2019, didn't really do anything. And then August, I started to post a little bit more frequently. But then it was really November, back end of October, start of November that I really started to post consistently. I was actually posting, I believe, every other day. Yeah, look, you can see November 7th, 9th, 11th. 13th, 15th. So this is when I started to post every other day on the channel, and I continued that throughout through to 2019 as well. And you can see the views, obviously it started to really shoot up. But as I say, as you can see here, your estimated revenue, I wasn't making any money because I didn't have those requirements of 1,000 followers and of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. As you can see in 2019, I only accumulated 747 watch hours, nowhere near the 4,000 that I needed, and I only had 321 subscribers. So now having a look from January 1st, 2020 to April 30th, 2020, you can see things started to slowly shoot up, which was really, really good to see because I was more consistent. That's one of the things that I must mention, is that if you start YouTube, consistency beats everything. Okay, the more videos that you post, the more chance, obviously the more videos that you post, the more views you're going to get, right? But also the more chance you have of specific videos going viral and getting more views. And then what you'll often find as well is that once you post one video, you may be like on a trajectory like this. If you post one video that goes viral, then your depth kind of comes a lot higher, right? So if you post your videos are like, I don't know, if say for example here, as you can see, it's a perfect example, right? So 130, 190 views, etc., and then I had this one video that shot up to 3,000 views, and then after I had that kind of one quote unquote viral video, then the lows were never as low as the 130, for example, and whatnot, right? Because then it kind of shot up to 290 and whatnot, and then you see it again. So you have like another, for example here, it had another little spike, and then after it was never as low, right? And then again 711, and then it was never as low. So that's one thing, and that purely just because of consistency. So that was January 1st to April 30, and now we go into the month of July, which was my very first month of ever getting paid from YouTube. So this is where I think a lot of you guys are going to be very, very shocked, because obviously you can see from my channel, not big whatsoever. I've got 3,000 followers. I get anywhere from 700 to 1,000 views per video, and yeah, you know, not big whatsoever in any way, shape or form. But first month of ever getting paid, obviously by that point I had crossed the 1,000 subscriber mark and the 4,000 watch hour mark. July was my first ever month of getting paid. I got paid $480. You know, look, in compared to my other businesses, my agency pulling in anywhere from 30 to 50,000 a month, probably actually around July it was near 30,000. And then, you know, my education company as well, pulling in 6 figures a year, just that alone as well. You know, $500 a month or $480 a month is absolutely nothing. But in comparison to my numbers, $480 a month is absolutely insane. And again, you know, we go back through the views, things started to really, really take off by this point. And the reason being, obviously, again, is because of the ads, right? Like once you start putting ads on videos, YouTube then has a motive to push your videos out to more people, because that now they're making money. If you upload YouTube videos with no ads, there's no reason, there's no point in them pushing your videos, because they're not benefiting, right? As kind of as harsh as that sounds, that's just how things work. So once you start putting ads on your videos naturally get more views as well, and things start to increase that way. So now if we go to the last 90 days, as you can see here, September 7th to December 5th, you can see that my estimated revenue is roughly $3,000 in 1 quarter. And again, my views have started to really, really increase, with the highs of being, you know, 1390. Now, if we go into my revenue and we'll go from a lifetime perspective, you can really see how consistency beats all, right? A lot of the time on this channel, I talk about consistency with running and operating your agency, because the majority of people who follow me on this channel, you know, run an agency like I do. And that's why they follow me, because on this channel, I basically give everything away in terms of how I run my agency to the heights that I do, right? So a lot of the times I talk about consistency on the channel in terms of, you know, outreach for clients, making sure that you're routinely, you know, you're consistent and you're making iterations, and then that makes you evolve as a business owner, as an agency owner and whatnot. But I mean, the same applies here, right? So you can see, I mean, all through here, obviously no ads being run and whatnot. And then as I mentioned before, I launched ads in May. Okay, so it was May, and I started off making like May 1st was $1, and then it got up to around $10 a day. And then slowly but surely, you know, with consistency with videos, posting every single other day on the channel, I got to a point where I started to obviously make, you know, $22 a day, $30 a day on average. It dropped some days, but really on average it was around $20. And then again, as I mentioned before, with the spikes and whatnot, you know, $50 a day. And then from there, it started to obviously dip again a little bit, but you can see that the overall trajectory of it is increasing. You know, now my lowest now used to be my highest down here, right? You can see that, you know, I mean, it wasn't even my highest, but now that's my lowest. And then now my highest, I mean, $65 in 1 day, which is absolutely insane. As I say, considering the numbers that I've got on my channel, now I'm averaging around $50 a day on average. And yeah, I mean, $5,000 over the lifetime of this account. Now, the reason being for this is because of these numbers right here. So if I go to, so basically CPM is how much the video itself makes. I believe these, I'm maybe getting these slightly wrong, but this is kind of how much the video itself makes. And then the RPM is how much you get paid after YouTube takes their cut. So this is how much I'm getting paid per 1,000 people who watch my videos, right? CPM, cost per milli, RPM, revenue per milli, revenue obviously being what I generate myself, right? After, as I say, YouTube's cut. And again, you can just see the trajectory of it. Now, one thing I do want to mention, you know, if we come to the last 90 days, you can see my RPM is $40. That is absolutely insane. And the reason being is because of the niche that I'm in, right? The niche of this channel is, as I say, kind of like a scaling an agency. And it's, you know, more specifically, it's about business, right? And so basically the people who watch my channel have money because they're in business, they want to make more money. And so they're willing to spend money, which means from an advertiser's point of view, they're more valuable to run ads to because they're more likely to spend money, which means the advertiser's more likely to make money back from their ads, right? You know, the RPM of like some sort of children's channel or whatever, it's going to be much lower because nobody wants to run ads to children because they've got no money to spend. Whereas my niche, it's all about business, making money online. A lot of people who watch my videos are making multi-6 figures a year, you know, so it makes sense for advertisers to run ads to my audience. And so because of that, because so many advertisers want to run ads to my audience, right? I'm not specifically my audience, but just people who are in my audience, right? That type of person, that obviously then drives up the cost because there's a lot of competition, which means obviously, as I say, the RPM naturally increases. It's not a lot of money, but in comparison to my numbers, it is a lot of money. To be honest, it's probably one of the highest RPMs, right? I think maybe a couple people are over $40 RPM in like a 90-day span, but I'm most definitely one of the highest channels. And I mean, that's just the reality of kind of building a YouTube channel, being consistent, what can happen over a period of time. And again, you know, just for some more kind of numbers for you, you can see kind of how it's increased with consistency again, right? Monthly estimated revenue. July was 480, August was 726, September 760, October was a big jump there, 950, and then November $1,150 in 1 month. And obviously December, I mean, we're only a couple days into December and we've already pulled in $200 this month. So pretty crazy numbers. And I thought it would just be interesting for you guys to see. I think, as I say, it's at least for me, when I initially saw kind of my RPM and whatnot, I was pretty shocked. I thought that with the amount of views that I get, which isn't a lot, there's no way I'd ever make more than like $100, $200 a month, but I'm making, $1,100 a month at this point, and it keeps increasing. So might do another one in like a year's time once the channel obviously has grown even more. Currently, we're getting around 270, 280 subscribers a month. And bear in mind, that's without me doing anything. The video production of these videos and whatnot is terrible. Like, I'll just literally sit here and just talk to the camera. Obviously, I don't want any ads to the channel or anything like that. I literally just sit down, talk what's on my mind, go through something on the screen, like a slideshow or whatever, and post it to YouTube. And, you know, do a couple tags to try and rank it, but that's as far as I go. And yeah, we're still growing at just under 300 subscribers a month, probably around 250 a month right now. So yeah, be very, very interesting to see where the channel goes over the next year or so. As I say, I'm more than happy to do another one of these style of videos if you guys are interested. But yeah, just different style of video today. I hope you found some sort of value in it. I hope it was interesting, kind of pulling back the curtain on the YouTube numbers. So with that being said, as always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video, which will actually be another one of my genuine valuable videos. I'll actually help you scale your agency, your consulting business, your e-com business, your info product business, whatever it is. It's gonna actually help you scale up your business to the next level, which again, what this entire channel is based around. So with that being said, I will see you in the next video.